Catherine and Edward, an enviable couple from the picturesque town of Montclair, New Jersey, lived a life many could only dream of. Edward was not just a man of exemplary charisma and impeccable style, but also a renowned financier who seemed to have a Midas touch with his ventures. His strikingly handsome face, crowned with perfectly coiffed chestnut hair, was the embodiment of a modern prince. His love for children was well known in their circle, making him the perfect husband for Catherine. Catherine, an intelligent woman with a flair for writing, had etched her name in the world as a sought-after travel blogger. Her stories were not just about places, but about the love she shared with Edward in each of those destinations. Their home was an eclectic collection of their travels, from the colorful masks acquired during the vivacious Carnival of Venice to the antique Persian rug that held a special place in their hearts. This rug was not just a piece of decor. It was a souvenir from their romantic getaway to Iran, a trip filled with warmth, love, and unexpected mysteries. The labyrinthine streets of Isfahan had been their playground, the enchanting tales of the bazaars their bedtime stories. In the grandeur of the Persepolis, they had stolen kisses, and under the desert sky of Yazd, they had pledged eternal love. Iran was not just a trip, but a chapter of their love story, every corner holding a piece of their shared laughter and stolen glances. One chilly Friday evening, Catherine returned home from a ladies' night. Edward had insisted she enjoy the evening with her friends, promising to catch up on some work from home. As she pushed open the door, she was greeted by an unsettling metallic odor. The house was strangely quiet. The mellow jazz tunes that usually filled their home were conspicuously absent. "Edward?" she called, her voice echoing in the eerie silence. Edward's office was dark, his presence not to be found. Then she heard a low, rhythmic chanting, resonating from the depths of the house. Her heart pounded as she followed the strange sound, drawn to the cellar, a place Edward had claimed as his private sanctuary. A dim light seeped out from under the cellar door. The chanting grew louder, an unfamiliar language that sent shivers down her spine. With trepidation, she pushed open the door, and her breath hitched at the horror that unfolded before her. Edward stood in the middle of the room, his normally vibrant eyes glinting with a feverish fervor. His hands, once the source of tender caresses, were smeared with blood, clutching an ornate silver dagger. Arcane symbols drawn meticulously with blood encircled him, and in their midst lay the lifeless bodies of 3 children, their faces locked in a haunting grimace of fear. "Edward," Catherine choked on his name, her voice barely a whisper. He turned, his expression one of eerie calmness. "Catherine," he said, his voice ringing with an alien tone. "You weren't supposed to see this." She stumbled back, dashing up the stairs and locking herself in their bedroom. She dialed 911, her voice quivering as she described the grisly scene in the basement. Help was on the way, the dispatcher promised. Edward's voice drifted from the other side of the door, his soothing tones belied by the chilling words. "Catherine, we need to talk." The minutes until the arrival of the police felt like an eternity. When they finally broke down the door, a struggle ensued, followed by a deafening silence. Edward was led away in handcuffs, his charming demeanor replaced by a mask of indifference. The man Catherine thought she knew was a stranger harboring a monstrous secret. The aftermath was a whirlwind of media frenzy and investigations. Edward was found to be a part of an occult group, practicing dark rituals masked by his affluence and charm. Their globe-trotting lifestyle had served as a perfect cover for his horrific deeds, turning their love-filled memories into nightmares of deception and horror. In the ensuing frenzy of investigations and media scrutiny, it was revealed that Edward was part of an occult group, his affluence and charm masking his horrifying deeds. Their idyllic life and travels had served as his perfect cover, the romantic getaway to Iran taking on a sinister tone as the depth of Edward's deception was unraveled. Their love story was tainted, the memories of their shared adventures becoming haunting nightmares of deceit and horror. The shocking revelations did not stop with Edward's arrest. As the investigation progressed, a grotesque truth was uncovered. Edward's exceptional charisma, his Midas touch in finances, and his uncanny charm were not mere coincidences. The police discovered an ancient chalice in the basement, encrusted with strange symbols, containing traces of what experts identified as demon blood. According to the lore unearthed by occult specialists, Drinking demon blood granted the drinker irresistible charm, wealth, and vitality, an enchantment so potent that it beguiled everyone around them. Edward's perfect persona was a twisted façade, a demonic glamour fueled by the blood of underworld beings. His allure was intoxicating and deceptive, but underneath the veneer of perfection lurked a terrifying reality. The love and life Catherine had shared with Edward were nothing more than the calculated manipulations of a man enchanted by darkness. This realization cast an even more sinister shadow on their past, turning their fairy tale love story into a chilling tale of deceit and the occult. When you subscribe, be sure to click the notification bell. Click here for more true scary stories.